Okay, let's talk about discipline. What if I told you that pretty much everything you think you know about it is wrong? That it's not about having more willpower, but it's actually about tricking your own brain. Let's dive in. Most of us grew up thinking that if we're not disciplined, it's a character flaw. It's some kind of personal weakness, right? But what if that whole idea is just completely backward? Because here's the deal, neuroscience is pretty clear on this. Trying to force yourself to be disciplined through sheer willpower is a losing battle. You're literally fighting against millions of years of evolution and how your brain is hardwired to work. So let's really get into that core conflict. Think of it like this. You're running ancient hunter-gatherer software on a modern-day computer, and, well, the two just don't play nicely together. See, our brains evolved for one primary mission: survive today. That means two things are king: conserve energy and get rewards now. It's why your brain screams at you to stay on the couch instead of going to the gym. It's saving calories. It wants you to buy that shiny new gadget for the immediate dopamine hit, not save for some far-off retirement. And I want to be really clear, this has nothing to do with you being lazy. It's a fundamental principle called cognitive ease. Your brain is an efficiency machine, and its default setting is to always, always take the path of least resistance. And you don't even know what's happening. It's totally automatic. And that brings us to this killer quote from James Clear. If your strategy for getting things done is to just wait for motivation or rely on willpower, you're fighting a battle against your own biology. And guess what? Over the long haul, biology almost always wins. So the solution isn't to just try harder. No way. The solution is to be smarter. It's time to stop being a victim of your environment and start being the architect of it. This leads us to this really cool idea called choice architecture. It's a fancy term for a super simple concept. You are more likely to do what is easy, close, and visible, which means you can rig the game in your favor by redesigning your world to make the good choices the easiest choices. Okay, let's make this super practical. Imagine you want to work out in the morning. In one scenario, your workout clothes are buried in a drawer, but your phone and the comfy couch are right there. Your brain's not going to fight that. It's going to choose easy. But what if you redesign it? You lay out your clothes the night before. Suddenly, the friction is gone. The decision to get up and go is almost made for you. Now, we can take this a step further. We can actually hijack the automatic routines your brain is already running every single day without you even thinking about it. This is a technique called habit stacking. It is so simple, it's brilliant. You just link a new habit you want to start to an old one you already do automatically. After I pour my morning coffee, I will sit and meditate for just 2 minutes. And that's the key. The new habit has to be so ridiculously easy, so short, that your brain doesn't even have a chance to say no. This whole idea of making habits easy is so critical. It's actually one of the 4 main laws for changing your behavior. If you can understand these 4 laws, you can basically reverse engineer any habit and beat procrastination for good. So how do we build a good habit? Law number 1, make it obvious. You know the saying, out of sight, out of mind? Well, the reverse is true. If you want to floss more, don't hide the floss in a drawer. Put it right next to your toothbrush. Make the cue impossible to miss. Second, you've got to make it attractive. You have to bribe your brain a little bit. You need to create a craving. A great way to do this is to pair something you want to do with something you need to do. For example, you only get to listen to your favorite podcast while you're going for a run. Third, and this might be the most important one, make it easy. I mean ridiculously easy. Lower the friction until it's basically zero. Don't set a goal to write a book. Your goal is to write 1 sentence. The easier it is to start, the more likely you are to actually do it. And finally, law number 4, make it satisfying. Your brain needs a little reward right away. A little pat on the back that says, hey, good job, let's do that again. It could be as simple as checking an item off a to-do list or tracking your progress on a calendar. It just needs to be immediate. Okay, so let's see how this all comes together. Here is a perfect recipe for failure, a terribly designed habit. The books are hidden, the desk is a mess, the TV is on, the goal is huge, and there's no payoff. This isn't a lazy person. This is just a horribly designed system. But now, watch what happens when we apply the 4 laws. Same person, same goal. But now, the books are open, making it obvious. You start with the cup of coffee you love, making it attractive. The goal is just 5 minutes.
making it easy, and you get to put a big check mark on a calendar when you're done, making it satisfying. See? The person didn't change, the system did.
But look, this is about way more than just clever tricks. If you really want this to last, we have to go one level deeper. This is actually about changing who you believe you are.
First, let's just get rid of this idea that you have to fall in love with the process. You don't. Let's be real, you're not always going to feel like it. The point isn't to love the work. The point is to build a system that makes showing up inevitable, especially on the days you don't feel like it.
This quote just nails it. We think our big goals are what define us, but they're not. When the pressure's on, when you're tired, you don't rise to your ambitions. You fall back to whatever is automatic. You fall to the level of your systems.
And this is the real secret. Every single time you perform a small habit, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. When you lay out your gym clothes, you cast a vote for I am a healthy person. When you write one sentence, you cast a vote for I'm a writer.
And that's when it all clicks. You realize you don't chase discipline. Discipline is the side effect. It's what happens naturally when your environment, your systems, and your personal identity are all pointing in the same direction. Disciplined action just becomes normal.
So I want you to stop beating yourself up for not having more willpower. Instead, ask yourself this question. What is the first tiny, almost laughably small habit that you are going to redesign starting right now to make discipline the easiest choice you can make?